Welcome, everyone, to Analytics Are For the Nerds, a comedy dynasty football podcast. Football's not going on right now, so what's there to talk about? Plenty. Let's go.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the
film festival. It's just a golf clap, right? They don't actually give you like a real clap. I feel like it's very, high society. They're not going to give you
Yeah, it's like a queef clap, like
I'm never gonna get that image out of my head.
like that Moana.
Very clear 101 in this biggest foot in the mouth draft. And the 101, it's very clearly Rex Ryan, because that guy has definitely put some feet in the mouth. 100%. Guy loves feet, his white feet.
Big feet.
Lots of feet in
Little
the mouth,
feet.
I'm sure.
So many feet.
Long live Dolly Parton.
Hold on, I gotta look up how she
Is not
is.
you're looking? Wait, do you not know who Dolly Parton is?
No, I know who she is. I'm just trying to see what she looks like now.
She's still with us.
No, I want to see what she looks like now because like 10 years ago I would have. Oh, I still would. 100% still would. Absolutely. How old is she? She's got to be like 80, right? Are you judging me? I can't see you because I'm looking at Google.
That ticker. Let me see.
you're
And
judging.
the double mustache and that is fucking gross. So welcome.
I do want to be clear, though, that I have earned one, and Lou is depressed. There's a big difference. Lou is still trying to convince 16-year-olds he's cool, and they keep telling him they don't want weed from him. They can get it from anywhere.
Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome. A whole month I saw you posted today on X that it's been a month since the band's been together. Hello?
Oh, and Louis, you're muted.
Louis, look at guys, we're so rusty that Louis, you got to touch your mic in order for it to work.
No idea that I was.
You were on mute the whole time. Look at us. Look at Dad. How you guys doing? It's been a whole month. We've got like a new DJ Moore on our team with the Bills. We'll talk about that later. But how's it going? Everyone looks tan and refreshed, but also still stressed because it's winter.
I think the most surprising thing about this month period that we've been apart is that you are now starting to call it X. What is up with that? I mean, we got to stick with Twitter here.
Yeah,
You dead name that
Ryan,
forever.
I think I'm starting to die inside a little bit more. Now I'm calling Twitter X. Look at that's, yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, and X is dead to me right now because right now the X feed is not working. So if you are trying to catch us, hopefully you're catching us on YouTube. I just sent that out.
Yes,
that link, but.
How fun is that? So anyway, how's it going, guys? Anything fun and exciting? We are in March. We are in the middle of I'm not doing it.
Are we getting inappropriate ups? Yeah. Okay.
So we're still doing some live action football drafting with our teams. I know the Buffalo Bills just drafted someone very exciting. We will get into that soon. But since you guys don't feel like talking about how you're doing, let's get into everything and nothing.
Let's go.
Yeah, no banner. Cool. So
I'm waiting for Ryan. He's just sitting there staring at us, and I was like,
right.
Ryan's got it. No, okay, no.
So we're gonna do a little everything and nothing. For anyone new listening, this is where I talk about pop culture things that are going on, and sometimes that is sports related, other times it's not. So this time we're gonna go sports related because I miss it, right? We miss some football talk. So something kind of fun during the off season. A lot of times athletes will marry their significant others, their longtime girlfriends, their, something like that. But Dak Prescott and his girlfriend and mother of his, I believe, 2 children, Sarah Ramos, broke up while they were on their his and her bachelorette party together. They're on a yacht. something happened and they broke up like weeks before the wedding was supposed to happen. So they were saying that that Jack broke up with her, and that turns out our boy's not too good. So any hot takes on what do you think happened?
This is new to me. I didn't hear that it was. I didn't hear that it was on the Bachelorette or Bachelor and Bachelorette like shared party. I heard that it was right before the wedding, but I did not know that. It is funny to think that it happened while they were all together, but I don't think it takes a genius to know that she was fucking one of the friends or something, right? That's got to be something that was going on.
No. He was cheating on her. That's why they broke up.
Like,
why he was putting all the women cheating with the friend? Who's his friend? Stefan Diggs? Get out of here! Come on.
I mean, I think Ryan's been out for okay, cool. Maybe that's why we thought he wasn't talking, that he was just frozen for. We don't know.
I was like, "How's everyone's weekend?" And you guys were like, "Shut up!" And I was like, "Okay."
Maybe Ryan was frozen the whole time. Are you there with us, Ryan? Though
I'm back. Yeah, I think I'm back, but I'm getting most lag just with Allie's video. Louis is fine, but Allie's is very delayed for me. I don't know.
It's a me. I'm telling you, when you have a laptop that's over 2 years old, you delayed. So we're just talking about the Dak Prescott breakup with his fiance. Louis automatically blamed the woman and said she probably cheated on him, but in fact, it was our boy Dak.
But you're saying in fact? How do we know that? You're just listening to hearsay. Now, like a real. You want to go a real. I'm just going after women. You're being a real woman right now and just going after the man. Just listening to rumors. Who reported that? Schefter.
Yeah, Adam.
Like breaking. Dak. No, really, that's 100% been reported? It was him?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is actually him responding. See, what happened was, I think if you're going to, if you're going to break up your marriage, you're going to be like, yeah, I cheated on someone. So I believe he did kind of allude to it. I mean, it's no skin off my back. I don't care. I'm not engaged.
I heard it was actually because they went to a Dallas Stars game and he found out that she was one of those people that yells "shoot" the entire power play. And he was like, "I cannot do this. I'm done."
Speaking of that, there is something. Okay, so I went to an NHL game yesterday. There was a Buffalo Sabres game, and the new thing that people are doing is just these like annoying noises that is interfering with the game. Have you heard that?
No.
We're gonna move on because I think I'm either delayed or you guys.
People are making
that thing. They're doing that. They're wooing.
Like that. Like the Sabres are doing that, or there's people in the crowd doing that. You're saying
the team themselves are not. They're not going like, yeah, girl. No, it's the fans, and they're just doing this kind of like coyote yelling. But it's whenever someone is like shooting the puck against the Sabres, which I was like, that's messing up our goalie, right?
Oh, I was there yesterday. I didn't hear that at all. I was there yesterday and didn't hear it at all.
All season long.
Oh, really? I hadn't heard it. I didn't hear it or at least notice it yesterday at all.
Yeah. Oh, I heard it. Anyway, so we'll move on because cool. Let's see. Wait up. Talks amongst yourself. Anything fun that you guys saw in the news?
Is this how you're discovering you have like this ongoing problem where you hear a coyote sound in your ear and just constantly? Nobody else is hearing this.
No one else has been hearing this whole time. That's funny. I'm still on the Dak story, but go ahead. You go.
Okay, so we're moving on. Did anything you want to say about the Dak story? Even really anything you want to add?
Justice for Dak, Louis wants to say.
I wanted to know more. I want to know if it happened on the boat, if they like, how do you go on a boat and then like you don't just say that time, like we're at our bachelor and bachelorette party, like, oh, by the way, I cheated on you.
Wait, I know.
Yeah.
That's 100% what you're gonna do. You're gonna be a little bit too intoxicated, and she's gonna be like, "What are you doing? Why are you on your phone so much?" And he's like, "I'm just Oh, let me see your phone." And then it could. I mean, you
Okay.
think that could have happened.
Okay.
Or what
Okay.
if the person that they're cheating on with, whoever it is in the group of friends, is there.
That's the scoop I want here. This is what I want. This is what I'm thinking may have happened, and that's what I thought Allie was coming with here. That's the drama I want.
Yeah, our boy Adam doesn't drop those kind of things. Here's something kind of this is bonkers. So, former top Jets draft pick asked ChatGPT for advice after girlfriend's murder and asked it, "What do I do?" Former New York Jets first round pick Darren Lee consulted ChatGPT about how to cover up the murder of his girlfriend, who he allegedly stabbed to death last month, according to prosecutors. Lee, who is 31 years old, allegedly sent the disturbing messages to the chatbot days before his girlfriend was found by police not alive in their Tennessee home. There's a preliminary hearing for the former linebacker. JETS, suck. Awful story. Well, I really shouldn't have. I guess what I wanted to say is ChatGPT. Is this now the one is guys, I'm going to also apologize. I've been listening to a lot of crime podcasts while we've been on break. So maybe that's why I was like, this would be a great thing to talk about. Is there any worse NFL team player than
I saw this story, and what I thought was interesting too was the response from ChatGPT was like, what a tough question to ask. And I'm glad that you're man enough to ask me, or something, something like that. Like, okay, this is the example of the worst answer possible, but give me the example of like, what's the best answer there? Like, okay, this guy just confessed to killing his wife or girlfriend. What should it say? Like, without like alerting the authorities. I don't know. Maybe that's not the discussion for today, but I don't know. What would you say? What would you put in response?
Did you see that the actual messages? So like the headlines and the way we're telling the story is funny as funny can be that he did it, but like when you see the actual messages I saw in one of the stories, it's even worse. Like he was like the first message to Grok. I'm sorry, I know this.
Oh no, tell me. I don't know the responses.
But the first one he goes to Grok was like, she did it again. She got out of control and she accidentally cut her neck. Like something, I'm obviously paraphrasing, but he blamed it to her. Like, hey, my girlfriend accidentally cut her neck and is not responsive and breathing. What do I do? And I think ChatGPT was like, nah, dog, you're lying. What's going on? And I said, but I saw that. I did not dig into like how far the conversation went, but that was the first one. Was he was like, blamed on her. Like I'm not to be laughing at such a dire thing.
No, I know that's why it's crazy. But like, did he ease into it? Like, hey, yes. What should I make for dinner? Also, real quick, what do I do with this body?
Yeah, like, give me the best recipe for chicken parm, and also I killed my wife.
Like that's insane. Like I just don't. Athletes, man, I love them so much, but there is a linebackers, ladies, am I right?
It's called CTE.
Yeah, I know it's really heavy, but I just after saying out loud, I'm like, well, this is really heavy. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but it's that is unfortunate. And then toward the Jets, they need a win, and they're and then this guy's now probably hasn't played football in years, but we're still going to get they're still going to say
they definitely
bless their heart. And then I guess we're just gonna and then here's something else kind of fun. Your boy Puka, he's starting to date off season, so he's a single guy, and he's now talking about how he is enjoying dating. So how dangerous now do we think it is for Puka to date in the off season? Are we nervous by this, or is this going to be like a is there anyone good he's going to be dating? Is this going to,
Listen, I don't want to piss you off anymore in this whole this whole thing, but I mean, I'm very much I think no distractions is better. I think dating is good. I think relationships, which we've seen, with Josh, when Josh had the hot crazy girlfriend, he was out there playing hot and crazy. And then he gets all serious and datey, and now he's gonna watch how I've been looking for data. I want to find the data scientists. Forget 40 times. I want to know how quarterbacks do the first year after their first newborn, because I am worried about this. As two fathers on this podcast that just recently had this, I am worried about Josh Allen's production next year. So yeah, there's distractions. And I think
you're mean to women right now, Lou.
I'm not being mean to women. I'm not being mean.
You just said.
I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, there are when you're out there living a dating life, I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy for an athlete, as long as you're not, being stupid and doing things. It's better than being in a relationship and then cheating and then getting caught on a boat with Dak Prescott.
I know.
Right.
I will just for the record say, I think when women are doing well and men are doing well, we need to be well as a society. So that's good. Saying that, just because you're a football player or an athlete doesn't mean you can't be in a monogamous relationship. That's healthy. And yeah.
Yeah, because we see so many of those.
I know,
but I'm talking about in athletes, in sports.
Well,
how
wait
many?
A second. Look at who's won the Super Bowls the last couple of years. You got Sam Darnold. He's a good Christian boy. You got Pat Mahomes. He's been married forever, right? It's like, I don't know. Maybe this is the key. This was holding us back, Now Josh is married. Now we're gonna go win the Super Bowl.
You think
there you go.
Happiness is it? Well, maybe that's true because there are so few. Brady won a lot before Giselle, but
no, he basically won all of his titles before or with her. I mean, right? He was married to her like basically his entire career.
No, he wasn't. He got married to her late in his career. Allie knows this.
You have that on hand. You know when he got married.
I shouldn't be saying this all confidently.
You're way too confident. No. He definitely was married during Super Bowls because also his kids were on the field and no. He's
13 years of marriage since 2022.
So he won how many Super Bowls before 2022? 8.
So he was married in 2009. That's like.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're saying he got divorced in 2022. So
right.
Okay, so 2009. Yeah, he won 3 maybe before that. So he was probably. You're probably in the middle. He probably won more as a married man than not.
Real quick before we continue, Louis, do you need a Snickers bar just to get just to change that?
What? What?
The fact that I saw Dak Prescott break his ankle on live TV, and I saw it, then I don't know if I would be able to be like, let's see what's under that sock. He's a super good looking guy, but I think that's him trying to get out of a relationship, not just because he plays football sort of thing. Anyway, let's talk more sports, everyone. All right.
There we go.
All right, we are going to go into. Besides, I just want to let you know I did stop someone from leaving comments because it was too much. We are going to talk about free agency recap. So we've had some really great moves, and I'm going to give you some players that have moved to teams, and I just want your hot takes on it. All right. So again, it's our free agency recap. We're going to start with quarterbacks first, then we're going to go running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. Okay, guys.
Yep.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, giddy up. All right, first up, we're going to go Malik Willis and went to the Dolphins. Any hot takes on that, Ryan?
So I think it has a chance to be a really good spot for Malik Willis. I don't know how good of a spot it is for the remaining options around him. The benefits are, the pros are, it's a very concentrated, or could be a very concentrated target tree with
You're good. Did you get it? Are you back?
Am I still there?
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, I hit the lock button like on the keyboard. I'm so sorry.
Look, back to school on this podcast.
I don't know.
Okay.
He doesn't strike. I don't have a ton of confidence. I'm so sorry. Rookie moves. I just don't have a lot of confidence in him as a passer. So I still have a lot of questions there. But I think if you have him in fantasy, you're probably pretty excited about the chance of him having 1,000 yards rushing or more.
Yeah,
And no
I think it's definitely, a huge upgrade for him in a fantasy sense. I think in a football sense too. I think he's good. I don't get it what the Dolphins did, because if I was them, I'd just go Ewers and, make sure you bottomed out to get a really good chance at Archie Manning next year. I'm really shocked that they would be in a rebuild and then, sign a pretty decent quarterback. I think Willis is probably going to be, I don't know, a top 2/3 quarterback in the league, just like as NFL play goes. And for fantasy, he should be right there at the back end of quarterback one. I really like Willis there a lot. I think it's a good move for him for fantasy for us. I just don't really understand the reasoning for the Dolphins.
All right. Next up, Jacob Brissett stays in Arizona. Any feelings on that?
Yeah, I mean, Jacoby Brissett is, I think, a good fantasy quarterback. He obviously supported Trey McBride and somewhat unlocked Marvin Harrison last year, so I think it's an upgrade for them. I just think he is a fake good quarterback in the sense that, like, he's going to make it look good when he's down multiple scores and he just has to throw all day and garbage time, garbage time Blake Bortles, similar to that. But I just don't see him as a good player. So real life, I don't like it. For fantasy, I really do like it because, if you're going to promise that Michael Wilson and Marvin Harrison, if he's not traded, and Trey McBride are going to get catch passes from Brissett again, I'm signing up for that.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think I think he's kind of a fake, good QB, but I don't see, with them just going Minshew as the backup, like I don't see him ever challenging really for that position. So he obviously made McBride a lot better and Wilson a lot better. I think he, has to bump both of those guys up because of what you saw last year, but I'd be buying Harrison too. Like, I don't know why it seems like Harrison's got taken a little bump from this news, like a little bump down. And I don't, just because of what happened last year. And I don't see that. I could very easily see him adjusting back to being the alpha there.
All right. And exciting news for me, you guys, now that Tua is gone and he's now moved to Atlanta. What's your take on that?
I'll go first. I think he's garbage. Yeah, I think he's garbage. I think there's a good chance he doesn't even end up starting. I think there's a good chance that Penix even wins that competition, to be honest. But I think with them, going after and signing him, that he will probably have like the edge in that competition. But I don't think Penix is horrible. We don't know if Tua could stay healthy. Sure, if you have him, you got to hang on to him in a fantasy sense. But the moment, like if he started the season and had a good game, I'd be trying to bail on him immediately.
So here's a follow-up to that. What do you think the odds are that he will get cut before?
He won't get cut because he won't get cut because of the contract he signed. It was going to be too much. It would be too much to get out of it now. So they're going to, give him the chance to at least compete to be the starter. And if he isn't, he'll be the backup there. But I think he probably has the inside track to start. I just don't know if I would, bet a lot of money on him being the starter by the end of the year. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'd say you're looking, if I had to set the line as the number of starts for Tua, I'd put it at like 6.5 or so. Yeah. And I probably would take the under slightly. I think he's going to get the chance to start at the beginning of the year when it's easier to say Penix is still recovering from injury, but I also don't think it's a long-term solution by any means. So I would expect at some point in the season, Penix retakes that job, even though it really is just, I don't think it's going to be a good room at all, no matter what.
Yeah. All right. So What do we think the end game is for Minnesota and Pittsburgh?
I'll start. I think Kyler is pretty obvious to Minnesota now. It sounds like that's almost definitely going to happen. And then Pittsburgh, I'd love to believe that this isn't true, but now with the reports that Cousins might be going to Vegas to back up Mendoza, I just think they're going to end up back on Rodgers. I think Rodgers is doing what Rodgers does, playing the game and waiting as long as possible so people talk about him, so he doesn't have to go to OTAs and does he have to worry about this. It is insane. A year ago on this podcast in February, I picked Pittsburgh as the spot that he'd go last year because I said that Mike Tomlin's the only idiot in the league that would to think it was a good idea. And then this dude magically gets the only other idiot in the world that would think it's a good idea to take Tomlin's job. And that's Mike McCarthy. And he's got the two most likely people that would think that rolling out a 40-year-old Rodgers is a good idea. But I think he found the second one, and I think that that's where they end up.
The only problem with that is that there was a legitimate report that Kevin O'Connell last year wanted him for Minnesota. And had he not gone to Pittsburgh, he was going to go to Minnesota, but they couldn't get everyone else on board because they wanted to stick with McCarthy. So I get it. I also think that Kyler is going to be in Minnesota. Sorry, my internet was chopping out when that was going on. But yeah, I think Kyler to Minnesota and Rodgers likely back to Pittsburgh.
I think that seems fair. All right, now let's move on to running backs. And I'm looking at time, so we're just going to kind of make this smooth. So let's go ETN to the Saints. Ryan?
I love it. I mean, I know it's probably you may not love the player, but I really like the system that he's going into. Kellen Moore is a really good offensive coach. He's going to probably be a bell cow or close to it there. And they certainly paid him like it. So even if you don't love the player, I think you should love the situation.
Yeah, he's going to be my number one guy here in this whole free agency ordeal as far as how much he moves up. I'm taking him over Kenneth Walker, even though he's going a round or two behind him. I just really like ETN a lot here. He's the guy that I think is benefiting the most from free agency in the spot.
All right. Speaking of Kenneth Walker, going to the Chiefs. Lou, you want to jump on that?
Yeah, I'll just piggyback off what I just said. Everybody's talking about this like the Chiefs is like the best spot ever for Walker and running backs. And it's just like, when have they ever shown or proven that? They just have never been a run heavy team. They've always had some form of weird cycle of running backs that has, led to not the same guy being a bell cow for years now. And I don't think it's a great spot. I don't think Walker's a great player. Sure, he's like running back like 15, but he's not going to go anywhere near that for he's going to be drafted well ahead of that. So I won't get him anymore this year for sure.
Yeah, I think that I tend to agree. I think the price is getting a little bit too rich. A couple of reasons why. Yes, I think it improves Walker's outlook from last year in the terms of, a time split with Sharbs and them wanting, I think, Charbonnet to kind of take over that lead spot into the future. And now I don't think that Kansas City is going to just walk away from this approach where they're splitting up some of the carries, giving a goal line work to some other back. That's not Kenneth Walker. Maybe they will with the money, but yeah, it's a big price to pay for what I believe is a lot of risk. He's not had over 200 half PPR points since I think like his rookie season. So it's a lot of future, what if, I think, with this player.
All right. Let's go Kenneth Gainwell to the Bucks.
I love Gainwell. Sorry, I'm going to switch back. The Gainwell move, I mean, I think it's big time worry for Bucky Irving, now even more so with the fact that they put a restricted tender on Sean Tucker as of today. So he's likely coming back too. So the writing has been on the wall, I think, for over a year now that Bucky Irving is not really the guy, and there's some big question marks about him. Gainwell was legitimately really good last year. So I think, it's not a nothing contract either. He's getting pretty significant money. So I think it's a eye-opening move, and I'm trying to get him pretty much anywhere now.
Yeah, I like Gainwell a lot. Down on Bucky, same thing. Like down on Bucky, where he's going, I probably won't pick him until he really moves back down. And I think Gainwell found himself a pretty good spot there. So unless he moves up quite a bit, I'm on him.
All right. Now you both, feel that Aaron Rodgers is going to stay with the Steelers. So how do we feel with Dowdle to the Steelers?
Yeah, I like that move a lot too. Like I think Dowdle's shown that he was good last year when he went to Carolina. I think he's going to eat up a lot of touchdowns there in Pittsburgh. The offense overall got better with Pittman. I've never been a big Jaylen Warren guy, so yeah, I'm pretty high on Dowdle, that move there too.
I actually think it might be bullish for both players in the sense that Warren showed that he was probably better in a B, a 1B role anyways. So I think if you consolidate the touches to those two and that's the split of the backfield, you might feel decent about both players.
All right. What about Montgomery to the Texans in a trade?
Yeah, I love that one for Montgomery. If you own him, I think you got to really like it. His main competition now is Woody Marks. I would expect them to maybe address it in the draft, but beyond Jeremiah Love, who they probably won't have a look at, I can't imagine that they're going to do anything substantial at that position. So yeah, he's going to probably have a lot of touchdowns. I think that's going to be the key. Although their offensive line again is going to be a big question.
Yeah, I like that move. And they've shown, even with Chubb last year, they probably used him a little too much. I don't think that they'll worry about kind of overworking a guy that's got a lot of tread on the tires. So I think he'll be good. I think he's pumping up a little too much for my liking. And I don't really think that I don't think Woody Marks is much of competition. I think you're probably right, Rye. They might add in the draft, but he's probably not impeded for touches at all. I just don't know how good he is, to be honest.
All right. Now, the big exciting news, guys, DJ Moore to the Bills in a trade. Tell me everything.
I'll go first. I won't scream into the air about how disappointed I am as a Bills fan about it, as far as like an actual terms of what it does for the team. But I will say from a fantasy sense, obviously it bumps him up big time. Although weird number, literally still right after the trade, his over under in yards for next year is only 769. I think that's extremely alarming as a Bills fan. I think that's extremely alarming as anybody that's drafted him too high. That just seems weird. But I do think you got to bump him up. Obviously, it's, I think there's still going to be a form of everybody eats here. But he should get the most targets on the Bills, and that's always a good spot.
I wonder what the difference in price will end up being between his cost and what it costs to get AJ Brown. I really think I would have preferred that. You look at the player archetype, someone I think who's really hungry, who has experience winning. And yeah, I think I like the attitude of the player better. We have some character concerns, if you want to call it that, with some effort issues with DJ Moore recently and taking a downturn last year. I didn't like the price of the second round price for him at that salary. But after all that, I will say it's an upgrade for the receiving room. There's no question. And if you have DJ Moore, I think it's bullish for him. He's going to an unimpeded, we talked about unimpeded touches. There's going to be a lot of open looks for him. So yes, I think it's an upgrade, but I think you're right, Louis, to be a little bit tepid on your enthusiasm.
All right. What do we feel about Dobbs to the Patriots?
Meh. I don't know. It's a very Patriot signing. I know Dobbs has, he's done okay, but he's middling. He's a mid-tier wide receiver. If the Bills had done it, I would have feel the same way. It's just he's not an alpha. He's a guy. He's maybe a little bit more than a jag, but it's kind of a meh move for me. I mean, they should have gone out to get a top dog, and they're still filling that room with.
I'll take over for him there as he checks out.
Middle of the road guys.
Sorry, I started talking over you because I thought you were dying out. You were struggling, but I'm way higher on this move than you. I think it moves Dubs up about 4 rounds. I think he's really, really good. I think he's always been undervalued as for how good he is. And now I think he's going to get the chance to be a true number 1, to be honest, there over everything. So I think I think this move's great. And I think could possibly be a wide receiver 2 this year.
All right. I got to go look to see where I have Dubs in any leagues with you so I can go sell them. Can't wait.
Go ahead.
Mike Evans to San Francisco.
I love this move. I mean, he is the undisputed number 1, I'd say right now. I'm not a big Pearsall guy. I expect him, similar to Devontae Adams, to kind of step into that role and just eat a lot of high value touches around the goal line. I think they have a specific plan for him. And Purdy, I think, is very underrated as a quarterback. So I'm really digging this move. Whereas in the years past, as we know, even last year, I was very out on Mike Evans. This year, I'm much back in on him.
You're in. Okay.
Yeah, I can't agree anymore. I think I'm pushing up probably too much, but I'm taking them in like the back end of the 4th round, and I don't care. Like I don't want to wait to see how a draft room is bumping them up right now. I think it's probably most of them are going to the mid 5. It looks like, based off of the ADP adjustment, but I'm just taking them in the 4th almost every time right now, just to make sure I'm getting as much of them at that value, because I think it even gets higher probably.
Yeah, I dig. All right. I'm just going to do move on, and I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about the 26 rookie draft. Okay.
Cool.
So what is your overall feeling on this draft class? What's your instincts? What are some hot takes? Who are you jumping at? Who are you pausing? Who are you laughing at?
I tend to judge rookie draft classes based on how many blue chip players they have. And unfortunately, this draft has maybe only one in this class with Jeremiah Love. I think that at the top of the board at quarterback, you have Mendoza, who's probably like a middle to high end QB2 of ceiling, in my opinion, given the fact that he's not really a huge rusher. You have maybe only one other guy in Drew Eller that I'm kind of interested in, based on depending on what type of draft capital he gets. Then at running back, I really think the class is not very good. And I think what the teams are doing in free agency is telling you that the draft is not very good at running back. So I tend to lean towards probably more receiver and tight end here, and just taking as more shots there, because there's probably going to be a couple diamonds in the rough and depth pieces in the 3rd rounds that might turn out this year.
Yeah, I mean, this is absolute dog shit to me. Like, I am so out on this draft class. I mean, in a SuperFlex tight end premium, I want to be in the top 3, and that's it, to be honest. I think there's Sadiq. I think Mendoza, you almost need to take him in a SuperFlex, but I do think he has that same cap, that ceiling that you've talked about. And then I do think Love is, probably, I think he needs to be your number 1. I always try to get cute, like in a SuperFlex where I need a quarterback or a tight end premium, or the 2 tight end leagues where I would consider Sadiq or Mendoza. I don't think so. I think this year you don't get cute, you draft Love, and then I want to be in the top 3. If I can't be in the top 3, like, I'm trading anything from like 1.5 to 1.12 probably for next year's picks. Like, I'm good with that, because I just don't like anything. I don't even like the secondary wide receivers here. Even the top 3, I'll have legitimate concerns. There's a couple decent spots for running backs to go to, but no good running backs, I feel like, after Love. This is a horrible draft class, in my opinion.
Who are your top 3s?
They would be it would be Jeremiah Love, Mendoza, and then Sadiq, the tight end. So outside of that, I mean, there's something to like about those top 3 wide receivers. You know what I don't love, right? Is like I don't love the spots where these wide receivers are needed. Like New Orleans will probably draft one early. They have Olave and they have, not a great quarterback. There's maybe Tennessee, same thing. So where these top 3 guys go, it could be a little bit like, I don't think KC's a great spot right now. The way that they're not going to have Mahomes right off the bat. Go ahead.
I think here's my prediction as of March 11th. I think Tennessee is going to go Carnell Tate, and I think Washington is going to go Jeremiah Love. Those are going to be 2 spots I'm going to like, only because of volume of targets. I also really like the player. I also am probably higher than you on Tyler Shuck. I think he actually has a pretty good, at least moving the ball. I mean, he's able to do that. He was able to support Olave last year to have a really good year. And I'll also just say I'm very interested in finding whoever it is, and we won't know until the draft day, but I want to find the running back that ends up on the Seattle Seahawks, because you have right now a lot of open touches and Charbonnet with big injury question marks heading into the season based on when that happens. So find that running back. If it's Jadarian Price, I'm going to probably have like 80% of him.
Yeah, I just don't like the player that much. So I totally understand. And me, I'm always about, opportunity over talent. I just really think it's dog shit after that. I think that's why you're seeing like Minnesota, re-upping with Aaron Jones and Connor going back cheap to Arizona. It's just like, I think the teams know how dog shit this draft is, and they're just bringing back guys because next year's class is, supposedly great. I know we talk about this all the time that, usually it fizzles out, but right now we know this one sucks. So at least push to next year. Is there somewhere like, say you got 110 in a SuperFlex league or 1-9 somewhere in that area? Is there a guy that say that you can't you can't move it for a 27 first? What type of like quarterback are you looking for there? Like to get out of that type of pick? Like I think Willis is in that range right now. I think who else did I write here? I think Willis could be there. I think Cam Ward, Kyler. I would still pay a late first for Kyler in Minnesota all day.
I would not pay that price. What I would try to do, and this is a classic Mira answer, but I would try to package that first with something else to get Jackson Dart. I think he's the quarterback right now that strikes me as like the Konami code, cheat code quarterback that is still available at a reasonable price. He's his like 90 or so ADP on Underdog Draft. So I really like Dart, but and in Dynasty as well.
All right, great. Now let's move on to our big final finale. Let's go on to our do you want to do our draft?
Sure.
All right. Any reasons why we're doing this one this week, Lou?
I mean, only because we were supposed to do it a month ago, and we haven't had a show since. So that's pretty. I mean, Ryan and I did a draft show last week, but that was about it.
And you and I did a draft show during. You and I did one, didn't we?
No, we didn't. We missed 2 weeks, and then last week Ryan and I, and then So this is we were supposed to do one this a month ago, and I've been wanting to do it. That's all. I think that day I was like, I probably had a piece of Werther's and was like, it's a good draft. I was assuming that's what happened.
Love it. I love it. So we are going to draft our nostalgic candy draft. Louis, what is the order?
Right. First.
And then do we have any nostalgic candy? Is it just any candy that makes us remind us of childhood, or is it like ones?
I think it's got to be ones. I mean, I guess I don't want to say they can't be around anymore, but they had to be pretty common back in the day and not anymore, I think.
And we're on the same page. Okay.
I think that's the way to go. All right. Ryan. Ryan with the number 1. I'm the number 2, and Allie number 3 and 4. So Ryan, is he frozen again?
No, you got it, Rye. Still frozen.
Still frozen. All right. Well,
Let's give him the bad.
Oh
no, there he is.
Well,
There
you
he is.
guys can hear me.
Yep.
Yep, we're good.
All right. I'm gonna just say candy cigarettes. First pick.
Whoa,
I mean,
that's
easy pick for me. It's just the coolest one. Obviously, when you could get the little powder sugar, you could blow it out, look like the smoke. It was the coolest thing.
I am totally flabbergasted. It was, I didn't have there was reports of the obvious number 1 and out there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get my guy, and then you shift, you take that, and now I don't know what to do. I've got sniped the first round pick. I'm gonna go. That really hurts.
Ooh, number 1 for you.
Yes, candy or cigarettes is my first one. I'm gonna go with Big League Chew. I think that had to be taken early, and I don't know if it would have got back. I don't think that Allie would have been one that was just throwing a bunch of Big League Chew in her mouth. But I wanted to make sure I got it. So
I love it.
That's it.
I love it. I actually just remembered something. All right, so mine is a very old candy, and I love it so much, and it is the Mary Janes. I love a classic Mary Jane. It's some sort of molasses, so that is pure sugar. Love that. And then the next one is going to be the classic root beer barrel hard candy.
Oh, nice.
Those are good.
So good.
That's good. I mean,
when those would come in the variety packs, I feel like I would just pick out only the root beer.
That was it. Only the root beer ones. Never any of the others.
Yeah, they make like orange ones now too, and I'm like, no, go classic.
No, classic.
I don't even want A&W. I just want some weird brand.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I'm trying to play Ryan here a little bit. I'm gonna go with what I think he will take, not the actual next one on my board. I'm gonna go with Fun Dip. Needed to go with the Fun Dip where you got the little chalk scooper and you scooped all the powder into your mouth or nose or whatever way you wanted to get it inside you. But look, that was amazing.
All right, that's a good pick. I don't think it was going to go next in this round, but it was on my list. It was number 4 on my list. But higher on my list than that is another. I had to get one gum, and Big League Chew is a great pick. Mm-hmm. But if I'm thinking nostalgic gum, the first thing I'm thinking about is Fruit Stripe. Fruit Stripe gum was amazing for like 10 seconds, and then it was horrible. Yes. And it was it was like cardboard after 10 seconds, but it was so good for that 10 seconds. So Fruit Stripe gum, and also came with the tattoos, right, of the zebras, I think, right?
Yep.
So for my next pick, I'm gonna go with caramel creams. Those like ones where it's like rolled in. What blue? What's wrong with blue with that? You don't like those?
That's good.
The textures are so off.
Oh, I love it.
I like it.
All right. I'm with you. Don't let her make you feel bad.
I thought we were doing nostalgic like 1930s. You guys are like 2004. I'm like, what? I thought we were doing like what?
No, that was good. I'm gonna go bottle caps, and that's what I thought I could wait for. But man, bottle caps are so. I want to go find some now. I'm gonna go on Amazon and order some because there's got to be some generic version of them that are still out there. Bottle caps.
All right. Again, I went like old.
Shocker.
These are pretty old. I mean, the bottle cap ones and the chewing afterwards, like chewing on the bottle, like to reform it into a new shape. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I guess like those wax ones. Okay. I'm going like I'm gonna keep with my judgment. I'm gonna go. I like a grandma candy, so I want like the butterscotch that is like in your pocket for like 3 years, and it doesn't really has like tissue on it. I
It's
love a
just
classic
as good.
butterscotch. And then my fourth, I mean, I'm going to make it weird still. I'm going to go because it's old and no, it's not. Okay. I'm going to go Tootsie Roll. I love a Tootsie Roll.
Tootsie Roll's good. Tootsie Roll's
See,
good.
I thought we were going like old. Okay.
No. Hey, I mean, Tootsie Rolls not. People aren't just eating Tootsie Rolls like like
Only
they
during
used to.
Halloween.
Tootsie Roll
Only
fall.
Halloween.
It falls.
All right. Well, just quickly, Tootsie Roll Halloween flavors. Give me your ranking. Obviously, blue, the vanilla
Obviously,
ones
blue
first.
vanilla.
Yeah. All right.
Give me an orange. Give me a cherry, and then I love a lime or but vanilla number one.
Easily.
As
Yeah.
someone who had bad teeth their whole life, I was never able to do the sticky thing. So I really didn't get. I never got into the Tootsies too much.
No, you were smoking the candy cigarettes. You were just.
I was smoking the candy. I had a real Marlboro and a candy cigarette in my mouth at the same time. I'm gonna go. This is tough. I'm gonna go Gushers here. Only because I really don't love them at all, but I do think it was a good one for this list. They're not around anymore. There are things on my list that I actually enjoyed more, but yeah, Gushers. What you think?
Bro,
you've seen
they are
Gushers?
100% around. I can confirm.
Are they? Are
No,
they?
stop giving your kid carrots in her lunchbox. Give her some like real good snacks. Man.
Yeah, I don't do. We don't have that stuff in my house.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
No, I don't either. I don't know if it's still around. Actually, I'm just kidding.
It is. It is.
Look at it. How's Allie though? Allie just eats like a rabbit, and she's the only one that knows that Gushers are around.
If you want to see me just like drooling in a supermarket, I just look at things I can't eat, and it's that aisle. Yeah. That was a great. Brian.
I got one more pick. My last pick. Candy buttons. All right. I know you end up eating a lot of paper too, but you know, it's fun. It's cool. Again, it's a novelty of it. I have also a lot of honorable mentions here. So
yeah,
we should throw those out. Razzles. I don't know if you guys ever had Razzles.
They have those little things on them, like
yeah, and it's like candy that turns into gum. Pop Rocks, the Ouch Band, the Ouch Band-Aid bubblegum things. Remember in the green and purple ones, those were cool.
Ooh,
and then the strawberry hard candies with the filling inside, those are good.
Oh, I forgot Raisinets. Is that a thing?
That would be.
I love Raisinets. Oh, I love it.
I had a couple I had where I didn't know if this is also always around like on Halloween, but I guess they're not really common. But Smarties were like my favorite. Love Smarties, but left that off because I think they're too common. So Fruit by the Foot.
Yep.
Is good. And then because I did Big League Chew, I didn't want to pick this, but do you remember like the gum that used to come in like the little milk cartons? No, there was like the little mini milk cartons, and they would have like green apple and cherry and grape, and they were like in these little mini. They were the best. They were the best. But all right, I guess I'm too old.
No, I remember that.
Too old or too poor? I don't know.
Put them at odds and ends, like where it's like the candy expired years ago. I loved a bubble tape or
bubble tape.
That was good, or like a nice bubblicious, like a big bubble gum pack. But those are excellent choices. I had more things like saltwater taffy. I went real like I was like, oh yeah, so the nostalgia from the Great War. That's what I was going for.
Saltwater taffy is good though.
I also love that like that hard candy that's in like the red cellophane that was like licorice flavor. See, you guys, it makes sense why.
Can we agree that the cinnamon candies are bad? Like, what is that supposed to do for me? You know, we ever like what?
Cinnamon hurts, man.
Like the ones that are kind of like the fireball ones. I don't know.
Yeah. Fireballs. Yeah. I don't know why those like it hurts. What's the point of them?
Yeah, right. I did like a big red gum though.
That was sweeter though.
Yeah, I like the big red gum, even as like a kid. But it definitely, I definitely have I've taken too many shots of Goldschlager to ever really want cinnamon or anything closer. Rumplemints.
Yeah. I would actually love to see if, as adults, if we are able to withstand the atomic ball. I would love to know that.
I never loved it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I hated it as a kid. Like I was like, "You're cool. You're cooler than me. Fine. Like I don't need to. I don't need to be cool. You're cooler. Go ahead. Suck on it. You're awesome, dude. But I'm gonna just.
Suck on it.
I'm just gonna be okay over here.
Warheads. That would have been on my list. That would have been a top 2 for me.
Warheads are good.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. Again, I feel like I didn't understand the assignment. But
No, I think you crushed that.
That was fun. Thank you, everyone. We'll, it's like riding a bike again. We are learning who each other are, and it was fun. So I think hopefully we have more sport news next week. Maybe more moves are going to happen. But thank you for listening. Analytics are for the nerds, and we will see you next week.